In the shadows where truth and tales intertwine, we find the thrilling, the chilling, the downright spine-tingling. From the paranormal to the peculiar, every echo has a story. Dare to delve into the unexpected, the unexplained? Brace yourself, for you're about to embark on a journey where fear meets fascination. Stay tuned if you dare, for stories that will make your heart race and your mind ponder. Welcome to the realm of the eerie, the realm of the unknown. And remember, like and subscribe, if you dare. In the early spring of 1603, an ominous shadow fell over Saint Sever's district of Gascony, southwest France. An insidious terror had gripped the heart of this quaint community, a terror that would soon be etched into the annals of history. The lush green fields that were once playgrounds for children had become hunting grounds of an unseen menace. Young lives, full of promise and laughter, were snuffed out, disappearing without a trace, swallowed up by the gaping maw of fear. In the heart of this tranquility, a chilling narrative began to unfold. Innocent children, plucked from their homes and roads, vanished as if into thin air. The most chilling of these incidents was when a baby was whisked away silently from its cradle, while the mother was but a few feet away, oblivious to the silent predator. As the community spiraled into a state of despair, the local magistrate took it upon himself to investigate this mystery. He gathered testimonies, sifting through the tales of horror. Among the witnesses, a 13-year-old girl stepped forward, her voice trembling as she spoke of her encounter with a savage wolf under the full moon's glow. Another testimony came from a woman who, while watching over cattle in the light of day, was assailed by a gigantic wolf. And then, a name emerged from the whispers of the terrified townsfolk: Jean Grenier. A boy of merely 14 years, Jean was heard boasting behind the mysterious attacks. His chilling confession would soon send shockwaves through the community, unveiling a reality far darker than the wolf-infested woods of St. Sever's. The district was paralyzed in fear, but the horror was only beginning. A boastful claim from an unlikely source, a 14-year-old boy named Jean Grenier, turned the investigation on its head. As the terror of the St. Sever's district in southwest France escalated, an unexpected twist emerged. Jean Grenier, a mere teenager, was found boasting about his gruesome exploits, claiming to be the savage wolf behind the attacks. One day, as he was tending cattle with Jean Gaboriau, an 18-year-old fellow servant, Jean made a startling revelation. He professed his desire to marry Jean, who, repulsed by his filth, dismissed his advances. In response, Jean disclosed the source of his grime, a wolfskin that he wore to transform himself into a werewolf. His words sent chills down her spine as he further elaborated on his life as part of a pack of 9 werewolves hunting 3 times a week. His preferred victims, young children, their tender flesh a delicacy to his lupine tastes. Terrified, Jean rushed to the local magistrate, recounting the horrifying tale. Jean was promptly arrested and shockingly confessed without resistance to his monstrous deeds. He revealed a life of hardship, running away from an abusive father, begging and cow-herding for survival. Another boy, Pierre de la Tilhère, introduced him to the Lord of the Forest, who bestowed upon him an icy kiss, a mark on his thigh, a wolf skin, and an unguent for transformation. He was warned never to cut his left thumbnail, now resembling a claw. The terror of his confession was in the details. His first victim was a 3-year-old girl named Guillaume, whom he devoured entirely. Each subsequent murder was recounted with chilling precision. The time, the place, the victim. He even revealed an instance where he was chased away from a potential victim by an older brother, a statement later confirmed by the brother himself. In his chilling confession, Jean painted a gruesome picture of a wolf's life. His words, as haunting as they were, shed light on the mystery, forever marking the tale of Jean Grenier, the boy who claimed to be a werewolf. Grenier's account of his transformation into a werewolf was as fascinating as it was horrifying. In the heart of the night, under the watchful gaze of the crescent moon, Jean Grenier was led by a fellow vagabond, Pierre de la Tilhère, into the depths of a dense, foreboding forest. The destination of their nocturnal journey was a clandestine meeting with an entity known only as the Lord of the Forest. Grenier's description of this elusive figure paints a chilling picture. He spoke of a being neither man nor beast who commanded the respect of the wilderness itself. a figure that exuded an otherworldly aura of authority and dread. The Lord of the Forest marked Grenier with an icy kiss, a chilling brand on the boy's thigh that signified his induction into the realm of the supernatural. The initiation didn't stop there. The Lord of the Forest gifted Grenier with the tools of his monstrous trade, a wolfskin and an unguent of unknown origin. The wolfskin was no mere garment. It was a second skin, a conduit through which the essence of the wolf flowed into the boy, reshaping him, transforming him. The unguent, a potion of sorts, sealed this transformation, solidifying the bond between man and beast. Grenier recalled the surreal sensation of his first transformation. He described it as an awakening, a sudden surge of primal energy that set his nerves ablaze. His senses heightened, his body reshaped, his mind filled with an insatiable hunger. The transformation was not just physical but mental as well. He became a predator, a hunter in the night, his humanity fading into the shadows as the wolf took control. The Lord of the Forest gave Grenier one final instruction, a warning to never cut his left thumbnail, which had now grown into a claw-like appendage. It was a reminder of his new identity, a symbol of the beast within him. Transformed, Grenier was a creature of the night, preying on the innocent. Despite the horrifying details of his confession, Grenier was shown mercy by the court. The teenager's gruesome tales of transformation and terror, of hunting and feasting on the young, could have easily sealed his fate. Yet the court, perhaps swayed by his age and lack of education, chose a path of clemency. Jean Grenier, the self-proclaimed werewolf, would not face the gallows. No, he was instead sent to live among the Franciscans at the Friary of St. Michael the Archangel in Bordeaux. The friary was a stark contrast to the wild fields and forests Grenier claimed as his hunting grounds. Here, amidst the stone walls and echoing chants, Grenier was to find not only sanctuary but also a chance at redemption. The Franciscans were known for their dedication to the poor and the marginalized, and Grenier, with his chilling tales and wolfish demeanor, certainly fit the latter. Life within the friary was a far cry from the one Grenier had known. He was expected to follow a regimented schedule, to participate in daily prayers and chores, and to adhere to the strict rules of the Franciscan order. The friary was a place of discipline and devotion, a stark contrast to the wild abandon Grenier had described in his nocturnal adventures. Yet, even within the confines of the friary, Grenier's peculiarities did not fade. Visitors to the friary reported unsettling encounters with the boy. His eyes, they said, were as black as the night and sunk deep into his skull. His teeth were long and sharp, resembling fangs more than human teeth. His hands were gnarled and claw-like, a chilling sight to those unaccustomed to such abnormalities. The friars, to their credit, did not shirk from their task. They provided Grenier with food and shelter, with guidance and prayer. Yet, they could not ignore the strange behaviors that persisted. Grenier's preference for raw meat, his tendency to move on all fours, his fascination with wolves, these were traits that could not be prayed away. Sent to the friary, Grenier left behind a trail of horror and fear. Yet his story, a tale of a boy turned beast, of a predator among the lambs, continued to haunt those who had known him, a chilling reminder of the darkness that can lurk within the human heart. In 1610, Pierre de Lancre visited the now infamous werewolf boy, revealing a disturbing sight. Jean Grenier, once a simple cowherder, now had a reputation that sent shivers down the spines of those who heard his name. His presence seemed to exude an eerie chill, a chilling reminder of the tales of terror he had confessed to years prior. Lancre, a man of the law and no stranger to the grotesque, was taken aback by what he found. Grenier's eyes bore into him, dark and sunken, a stark contrast to the pale skin that stretched tight over his gaunt face. His teeth, long and protruding, were reminiscent of the fangs of the beast he claimed to become. His hands, twisted and gnarled, ended in nails that more closely resembled talons than anything human. But it was Grenier's behavior that truly unnerved Lancre. The boy moved with an animalistic grace, often preferring to rush around on all fours rather than walking upright. It was as if he felt more at home in the guise of a beast than in his own human form. And then there was the matter of his diet. The friars at the friary reported that Grenier seemed to have a particular preference for raw meat and offal. The sight of him tearing into the uncooked flesh with his elongated teeth was enough to turn even the strongest of stomachs. Yet despite the horror that his presence evoked, there was a certain sadness that hung around Grenier. A boy barely into his teenage years, tormented by a darkness that he couldn't escape. A victim of his own twisted reality, trapped in a cycle of terror that he himself had created. The following year, in 1611, Jean Grenier's life came to an end. The cause of his death remains a mystery to this day, but his legacy lives on, a chilling tale of horror that continues to haunt the annals of history. Grenier, the boy who claimed to be a werewolf, died the following year, leaving behind a legacy of terror and a chilling tale of horror. And so, our tale of the Campfire Horrors comes to an end. Until next time, sleep tight. Before we part ways, dear viewers, remember to stay vigilant. The Campfire Horrors may have been extinguished for now, but the embers of the unknown always remain. As you lay down to sleep tonight, don't forget the lessons from our tale. Safety is but a fleeting moment in a world of unseen. So, if you've enjoyed this journey into the abyss, don't forget to ring that bell and smash that like button. Do it before the thing under your bed decides to pay you a visit. Oh, and keep those night lights on. You never know what might be lurking in the dark. Thank you for embarking on this terrifying adventure with us, until our paths cross again in another tale of the unknown. Goodbye and sweet dreams, if you can.